Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start to believe in yourself, magic starts happening. Unknown. Good afternoon, Dr. Jewell, Dr. Schlinger, Mrs. Lyons, faculty, staff, and my fellow students. Self-confidence is an attitude. It means you accept and trust yourselves and your skills and abilities. You understand your worth and know who you are. In the 5th grade, I struggled with self-confidence badly. I was an insecure girl who didn't believe in myself and my abilities at all. Whenever I did anything, I thought everyone was looking at me and laughing. I wondered every night why people didn't like me, and then realized I didn't even like myself. I constantly compared myself to others and wished I looked like them. I was so jealous of them and how they looked so perfect. However, it wasn't until later that I realized perfect is an illusion. Society has created the beauty standard of being perfect we constantly look up to. People may think being perfect is being slim, or maybe being tall, or maybe even being wealthy. But society's standard of perfection doesn't matter. I'm sure we have all heard the old-fashioned phrase, "It's what's on the inside that counts," and understand its meaning. But have you ever really thought about it? Consider Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, and Taylor Swift. We love and adore them because of their kindness, humor, talent, and love for people. Not because of their clear skin or their hair color. These things will soon fade as their hair will turn gray and their skin will gain wrinkles. So, what are we left with? Their personality. That's what we remember after the illusion of perfection wears off. So, if being perfect in society's eyes eventually decays, it really shows how life is about what's on the inside. 5th grade me and 8th grade me are two different people. 5th grade me would care what everyone was saying about me and was really insecure. However, now, 8th grade me couldn't care less about what people have to say because I love myself. But that wasn't always the case. I had to learn a few things to get here. First things first, know your self-worth. There will always be someone who can't see your worth, and don't let that person be you. The only one who gets to decide your worth is you. Not how many friends you have, not the amount of money you have, and especially not what others say about you. If you're constantly trying to prove your worth to someone else, you have already forgotten your value. It's called self-worth for a reason. You are your only competition. Don't compare yourself to anyone else except the person you were yesterday. Do better today and evolve. I realized that if I want to be happier and increase my self-worth, the thoughts in my own head need to be kind. Pretend you are giving advice to your best friend. You did badly on a test? It's alright. Don't be so hard on yourself and study more next time. Did you not play as well as you thought you would at your sports tournament? That's okay. Practice more and try harder for the next game. A few years ago, my mentality was very different from this. If I did badly on something, my mind would tell me, "You're so bad at this," or "I'm so stupid." Every time I said this, my mom always got mad at me. She would tell me that I'm not being respectful, and if I keep saying these things, it'll trick my brain into thinking they were true, which they weren't. I realized that she was right, and I was decreasing my self-worth. So, instead of talking down on yourself, speak to yourself with love. Would you talk to your friends like that? If the answer is no, change the narrative. Self-respect is exactly what it says it is. Respect for yourself. This also plays into relationships. People don't tell you who you are. You tell them. Serena Van Woodson. You have to know yourself. Don't only know the positive things, but also know the negative things. Be open-minded towards things people say to you. If someone comes up to you and truthfully tells you, "This is how you are," instead of denying it, you can tell them, "Yes, I know why I'm that way, and I'm working on fixing that." When you acknowledge both the negative and positive, you can focus on improvement. Whenever I'm about to do something, I always have the quote in my mind, "What would the best version of myself do right now?" Even if it's just a choice between a Starbucks strawberry acai or a cup of water. And I have to admit, the majority of the time, I pick the strawberry acai. Don't blame me, it's very tempting. However, recently, I have been trying to be more healthy and pick the water instead of the refresher, and doing what the best version of myself would do. Start acting as your highest self until you become her. Currently, I believe that I'm one of the best versions of myself I have been in a while. I am happy, healthy, and surrounded by people that care about me. However, I believe that there is always room for improvement. For example, I need to work on procrastinating, going to bed earlier, and taking time away from social media. It may be difficult to identify the negative habits you have, but it will help you become better. So, educate yourself on yourself. You're the best subject you will ever study. You're the best investment you will ever make. People can take things away from you. They can take away your smile, the hours you sleep. They can even make you feel so tiny compared to everyone else. But what they cannot take away from you is what you know, and that comes from within. In the wise words of Taylor Swift, happiness and confidence are the prettiest things you can wear. Learning to become more confident improves my happiness. I'm so proud of where I am today, and I think my 5th grade self would agree. I went from insecure to the opposite, and I'm so grateful I took steps towards building my worth. I am not always right, but I'm not afraid to be wrong. I know that comparing myself to others is a losing game, and I am not afraid of what other people think either. So, remember, when you walk into a room, keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life's a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about. Marilyn Monroe, thank you.